Habari gani, Mainduga na Dada. This is your elder, Abu Amin Ra. My brothers and sisters, I would just like to discuss with you for a moment or two the issues, at least a couple of them, that surrounds the question of return to Africa. Migrate back to the motherland. Leave what is called the United States of America. Now, my brothers and sisters, we must give careful thought to every move we make, the talk we talk, and the actions we take. Now, we must begin to understand once and for all that everybody's not going back to Africa because they believe wherever they are, Africa is. They want to start a new Africa in another place where they have a fairly decent-sized population. But my brothers and sisters, listen to me now carefully. You see, where they have us covered is those same socio-political dynamics that was set up during our chattel enslavement are still operating today. They had what was known as the field slave and the house slaves, were the new addition during chattel enslavement. The mixed kids between the master and the slaves. So you now see we have a division in three parts. First, have those who think they're better than us because they are of a lighter tint, palish tint. Then there are those of us who are just downright brothers of the soil and who are ready to struggle. Then there are those of us yet who are mostly found amidst what is defined as the intellectual class. They want things to change the way they want them to change, but in essence what they want is for things to remain the same. We call these architons and names of this ilk to describe their personality and their racial and political connections, support. So our brothers and sisters, we have to understand this. We're struggling against one another. Since our advent into this chattel enslavement, we have somewhat ceased to grow and to really understand what's going on and what they should do about it. You see, my brothers and sisters, we are so divided. We must find a way to come together. Or we must clearly demarcate ourselves from those who look like us but are yet our enemies because they struggle against what we are struggling for. See? So whomever is on the other side of the line that you've drawn as a demarcation is the enemy, plain and simple. Now, we've got to do some critical thinking, observation, analyzing, thinking some more, sharing and discussing with those you trust. And then after you've worked it through, and then sifted it through your personal experiences, and racial experiences, group experiences, then come to an agreement, this is it. This is what we shall do. When do we do it? When shall we get together and discuss things? We must. It's getting critical because, look, those who want to go back to Africa, I want you to know something right now. This is not to discourage you because Africa is going to need some soldiers in the future. Listen, the Chinese are in there now, moving in rapidly. And they realize that Africa has all the resources that shall be needed in the future for your technological industry. Technological. So my brothers and sisters, they're moving into Africa right now, and they also realize the second thing is that if they're going to be the ruler of this world, they must be in control of these resources. And then my brothers and sisters, they are at this particular time moving in, plotting and planning, and getting ready to do what they have to do. Because you see, they recognize that Africa would serve a primary purpose for the ever-growing Chinese population. You understand that? Africa has the resources. And then Africa provides a strategic and advantageous physical reference, geologically and geological and everything else, that gives it an advantage over the United States of America in case of war. So the Chinese has their eyes on Mother Africa. Our brothers and sisters in Mother Africa better wake up. Wake up, wake up, and put your greedy, avaricious appetites behind those of you who lead and are administrators to your people. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think about your people, your descendants, and the making happy of your ancestors. So do the right thing. Take control of the country. But we must stay here, those of us who feel as though about 12 generations of our ancestors, flesh, blood, tears, has fertilized this soil for 500 years or more. And this land belongs to us. The United Nations, the world body, has defined the owner of the land, in one case, as those who have worked to till the land and live on the land. It is their land. Plain and simple. So we know we have some land here that's due us in the United States of America. They must give it to us. We must take it. There's no middle road. They're in control of it, and we want it, so they must give it to us, or we must take it from them. But we can set up a sovereign government, army, and work from this base as New Africa. But my brothers and sisters, we've got to do something, and listen, we've got to do it soon. Because the world is closing in on us and around us. And let us act before it's too late. Ansagaya, peace and hotep to you, my beloved Nduga Na